Welcome back to New Mexico State Sports Weekly. 49 New Mexico State student athletes from football, cross country, soccer, and volleyball were recently named academic all-WAC honorees, more than any other school in the conference. Associate Athletic Director James Hall joins us now. And James, congratulations on those numbers. First of all, what goes into these awards, and tell us how they get determined?
Well, they get determined that you have to play at least 50% of the season. You have to have been at New Mexico State at least for a year and maintain a 3.0 cumulative GPA.
David Nui Matalolo, an academic All-American. Of course, Aggie football fans know all about him from his play on the field, but he has a 4.0 off the field in biology. Tell us about him.
He just exemplifies what it means to be a student athlete. I mean, it's the 7th semester in a row he's had a 4.0. And that's the type of student athlete we love to congratulate and show what it is to be a student athlete at New Mexico State.
So he's one of those guys, not only an academic all-conference guy, but an academic All-American. Let's go back and talk about this 49 number, better than any other school in the Western Athletic Conference, and I know that's really got to make you and your staff proud.
It really does. I mean, it's just a joy for me, and again, the staff with Brenda Blackburn, who's the director, Erica Flores, and Rebecca Rodell, who's the academic coordinator. They do a great job working day to day with these student athletes, working with the coaches, the faculty members. That's what makes it all so great in terms of what we do to make sure our student athletes get a holistic experience here at New Mexico State.
Last semester, 34 student athletes, a 4.0 GPA, and 14 of them maintained an overall GPA of 4.0. What does that say about the work that you and your staff do?
Well, again, I wish we could take a whole lot of credit for that, but I tell you, it's the student athletes balancing that undertaking between athletics and academics and lifting weights and studying and trying to look at their career. So it's really hats off to them in terms of what they do.
You are around these student athletes every day. What is it like for them? You know, you talk about getting out of practice, doing all the things that you have to do to be a student athlete and the athlete side of it, but what's it like for these guys trying to do the student side of it?
Well, you know, it's fun to watch them grow. I've always said this is the most important developmental stages of a student athlete's life. This is where I say the boys become men and the young ladies become women. And you get a joy watching them grow into themselves and getting ready for the global job market. And when they come back and talk about the experience they had at New Mexico State, that's when you know you've done a good job.
Talk a little bit about the coaches. I know that you work with the coaches a lot, your staff works with the coaches a lot, but what kind of communication goes on with you and them to maintain some of these great numbers?
First word that comes to my mind is daily. It's a daily communication between our sports, and that's what makes it great. Some coaches have student athletes coming in with impeccable academic records, and so there's not a whole lot to do. But for the most part, it's daily communication with our coaches, depending on the academic profile of our student athlete.
We talked a lot about the fall sports there. We didn't talk much about the spring sports. What do you expect from the spring side of things?
Well, I expect us to continue to do the great things that we do in the classroom, and it really is across the board for all of our sports and our student athletes. And so I expect another great semester for our winter sports as well.
I would imagine it being very gratifying for you and your staff when a coach brings a prospective student athlete to campus and they say, yeah, look at all the great things that I can do on the field, but here's James and his staff that can help you off the field develop, like you talk about getting ready for the global job market. How does that make you feel?
It makes us feel real good because what we tell the recruits, we're an extended family of theirs. I mean, this is where we're going to help them make some decisions. The parents aren't there, but we're going to help you do that from the time you register for class until you graduate. So somebody's always going to be there, and that's what makes it great for them, knowing that they have that support system in place.
Associate Athletic Director James Hall leading the Aggies in the Western Athletic Conference in terms of academic all-WAC honorees. James, thanks for your time. Best of luck.
My pleasure. Thank you.